All right, guys, today I got 5 different kinds of 22s. There are 5 different velocities, and some of them weigh a little bit different than the other. I'm gonna do a comparison here with some of them suppressed, some of them with a regular 22, and then some tests down here that are like plexiglass, a thin piece of metal, to see if there's a difference between the penetration on the slower 710s and the faster 1400 feet per second ones I got over there. I got some plexiglass right here and some little bit of metal. All right, so some of the velocities here are 500 and 600, 700, 1050, 1100, and then 1500 feet per second. So when a bullet goes through the sound barrier at like 1000, 1100 feet per second, to not get too technical with it, but it'll make a crack, and a lot of times that's what you hear from like a normal 22. So with this 22 here, this thing has not been shot in forever. That's going to be really loud. So with that, this is the same bullet, 1500 feet per second. Even with the suppressor, it's not much quieter. It's more of it's gonna get away. It's gonna hide the flash and everything like that from there, not kick up as much dirt or anything like that. And at night, there's not gonna be a big flash. Now, if we step it down to like 1100 feet per second, we're not even really cracking the sound barrier right there. That bullet could be transonic, so every now and again we might get a first round pop or something like that, especially on a bigger caliber that's going to ignite some oxygen or something inside the can. But it's a lot less likely to have a crack or a sonic boom. So you get even less than that. That was 1150 feet per second, 1100 feet per second. This is 1050 feet per second. My chamber's getting gummed up because I haven't cleaned it. 700 feet per second. So we're getting like really quiet. That 700 feet per second one really makes a difference. This bullet's 20 grain. It's going 600 feet per second. The click's louder, isn't it? The click going off is louder than the bullet. So some of that again, I'll just shoot this again so you can hear. This is a regular 22, your most common commercial round right here. And then this is going to be a standard hunting subsonic 22 suppressed. This is 1050. So we'll get into doing some tests over here on the plexiglass. I'm gonna shoot the 600 grain, or the 600 grain, holy, 600 FPS right here, 20 grain, 22. All right. I'm gonna shoot this one higher. So we shot a 600 and a 700 grain, or feet per second, a 20 grain and a 40 grain. So 600 feet per second and 700 feet per second. That's the 600 feet per second, and the 700 feet per second wind already went through it. So we're probably done with the plexiglass. I'm gonna shoot the metal with the 700 feet per second. We'll see if it goes through it, and if it dents it, we'll go up and see what it does at the 1050. So here we go. This was only 20 grains. This was 40 grains. So that's a lot of the energy right there difference. Because only 100 feet per second is different right there. So I'm gonna shoot this now. All right, it didn't go through the plexiglass, or it went through the plexiglass, the 700 feet per second. So I'm gonna shoot a 600, 700, and a 1000 at the piece of metal down here. If I can get it in here. Okay. They're gonna freaking ricochet back to us until they start going in. All right, that one bounced off. I hit it pretty high. That was a 710. I think it bounced off. Did you hear that? All right, 1,050 hollow point. Oh, I shot the edge of it. Oh no. All right, pick it up down there. All right, I shot the 600 up here. That's 600 feet per second, 20 grains. 700 feet per second, 40 grains. And I barely hit it right here with the 1,050, 40 grains. I'm gonna set it back up. I'm gonna flip it over, okay? Okay, and I'm gonna shoot the 1,050 and the 1,100. And if it stays up, I'll shoot the 1,500. Hopefully the 1,500 will probably go through it. So here we go. All right, I got 1,050 feet per second here, 40 grain. I'm gonna shoot it at this metal. Okay, I don't know what happened. I'm gonna shoot this one a little bit lower. It should be, might go through. This one's 1,100 feet per second, so it's a little bit faster than that last one. Okay, I think that one went through. And 1,500. Pretty sure this will go through. I think that went through. All right. All right, on top's the 1,050. Oh yeah, they all went through. It barely looks like it barely went through. All three went through. So what I'm gonna do is put the plexiglass on top of the metal and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. All right, so I'm gonna just shoot the 1,050 and the 1,100 because those went through the last time. We know the 1,500s has got more. So if these don't go through, I'll shoot the 1,500. We got a piece of plexiglass and a piece of metal behind it. I was trying to shoot it really high. I think I shot it too high. Oh no. I shot it and it all fell over. Oh, it didn't go through. I caught the corner though. Let me set it back up. It's getting dark out here, so I've been running. At the 1,050 here, tried again. I shot too high last time and it hit on that corner. All right, I don't know what happened. All right, 1,100. I got the light on here because I was coyote hunting the other night and it's really heavy. Makes it really heavy. Okay. All right, y'all. I got two good hits. Up here and I think right here. So the 1,100 feet per second went through. All right, y'all counted me out, but I got another piece of plexiglass and we're gonna see if that'll stop it. All right, y'all, I got this piece of plexiglass. I got it up there, putting it on top of this one and the piece of metal. So maybe that'll stop the 1,100 and then we'll shoot the 1,500 feet per second at it after that, if it stops it. All right, I got two pieces of plexiglass and a little piece of metal, probably like an 18 gauge, 20 gauge piece of metal or something like that. I don't really know. Don't quote me on that. Even if you do, it doesn't matter. But okay, 1,100 feet per second, 40 grain, two pieces of plexiglass and a piece of metal. Ricochet. Maybe. It broke. All right. All right, y'all, I hit up here. This piece fell. And it looks like I hit up here. Up here. It broke the back piece and stopped on the back piece. So for the 1500 feet per second, I'm just gonna shoot 2 again. Since it broke, I got 3 pieces now. Guess I could have broke one anyway, but I'm gonna shoot down here with the 1500 feet per second. All right, 1500 feet per second, 40 grain, 22. I got 2 pieces of plexiglass and a little piece of sheet metal down there. Let's see if it goes through. All right, y'all, I shot down here towards the bottom, 1500 feet per second. It went through 2 pieces of plexiglass and dented the metal. Huh. All right, well, 2 pieces of plexiglass and the piece of metal stopped 1500 feet per second. Winchester Super X 22s. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time. I got a video coming up. I got a SBR 300 suppressed, so some of that's gonna be coming out. We're gonna talk about some 300 blackout, subsonics and stuff like that. So thanks for watching. Peace. All right, I got 1000 feet per second in here. You heard it out of the suppressor, so I figured I would shoot it out of a regular 22 here and also see if the subsonic will cycle the action on this old 22 here. I guess not. It did not. It ejected it, but it won't load it. I turned it into a damn bolt gun. Here we go. It just needed to be broken free. I ain't shot it in probably 5 years. There you go. It works.